Welcome back. Today we're getting back into some Team Fortress 2 dubbed comics. Picking up where we left off, and this one is the bombinomicon. An explosive version of the Necronomicon, I'm guessing? I don't know. So let's go ahead and dive right into it, guys.
Fool! Ye have gazed upon the bombinomicon!
The bombinomicon!
Team Fortress presents Cautionary Tales of Reading!
They're going for a classic old school comic book style here, back from like before DC, before Marvel. The big companies used to put out comic books for mystery and horror, that kind of stuff. This is very much reminiscent of the old horror comics from like way back in the day, before even like superheroes were a thing. This is the kind of look the old school comics had.
In this issue, lightness, books,
Hey, how's it going?
twist ending.
I was the real monster
Oh, no.
all along.
Oh, look at Demoman's eye. He's got a little something, some magic energy coming out of his eye patch eye. Okay.
Not the actual twist ending.
Trick or treat!
I have children. Give us candy. It is the law.
Soldier, you were here when we talked about this. This is a party for adults. We agreed we would not be answering the door to give out...
Look, me and the kids are in a lot of trouble here. We are on the lam.
On the
We have not
lam?
eaten in 4 days. The police are not going to believe I am a robot forever. You have to...
Yes, fine.
Soldier, what are you... What? What is happening right now? Is he just like pretending? Or is he legitimately on the run from police with children? Like, I mean, he's pretending, right?
Fine. Let's see what I have. Ah,
I mean, you never
there.
know with these guys.
Merry Christmas.
Hey there, Slugger. Come here. You are gonna love this. See this bat? Bam! That is a human molar. From some dummy with a big mouth who used to be full of teeth. It's all yours, little talking France.
Little talking France. Oh my goodness.
Every day heavy risk life. To earn money. To...
Yo, is that kid dressed as Saxton Hale? Okay, that kid wins the costume contest right there because, I mean, he's dressed as Saxton Hale.
feed family. Instead, you would have heavy spend this money on stupid candy for you. You presumptuous, lazy, fat. Stop. Heavy did not mean this. Little child is not fat. People call Heavy fat. Please stop crying. Here is $7,000.
$7,000. Okay. See, pays off to go dressed as Saxton Hale.
Sir? Trick or treat?
Sorry, lads. I don't have any candy for you. But I have got something better. A ghost story.
Ooh, okay. Demoman telling ghost stories. Let's hear it.
'Twas All Hallows Eve, the one night of the year where the dead would rise. And according to me mum, possibly have jobs for a young lad of 7. Come.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my. Possibly have jobs for a young lad of 7. Dude, his mom is ruthless, guys. Ruthless.
Morning all those hellish apparitions will be gone, along with all their jobs. Get ya to the moors, boy.
I can't.
I never did find a ghost on that cold October night, but I did find a job.
The gravestones say apply at castle. Help wanted. I'm sorry, but this is hilarious.
God help me, I did find a job.
Who dares to disturb Merasmus the magician? This is an eldritch castle of dark magic, not a pancake house.
I'm not here for treats, sir. I've come about the job.
The job, eh?
And without another word, he stalked into the house.
Welcome to the Grand Library. 'Tis filthy with the corpse dust of the many souls who tried to clean it and failed. Sweep this place, and I shall give ye a nickel. But before ye begin, hear me well, child. This library holds a certain book. A book of forbidden knowledge and ancient wickedness. I warn ye. Gaze not upon this evil tome.
Don't look at the books. Got it.
Yes, good. But you probably want to, right? Because no matter how tempted ye be...
Really, it's fine. I'll just dust. That the broom I...
So my very first job, guys, was actually working in the public library in my town. You would actually be surprised at how difficult it is to be around a bunch of books all day and not want to read them. And don't think that I was a big reader, guys, especially at that age. I was not looking to read books in my free time. I played sports. I played video games. That's what I wanted to do outside of school. But you'd be surprised how tempting it can be when you're just like around books all day and then you just see one and you're like, oh, what is this about? And you start paging through it and next thing you know. So wizard sorcerer guy actually is bringing up a fairly good point. The temptation to look through books is there, whether you think so or not. Even if you're sitting there going, yeah, I'm not a library guy. Trust me. Trust me. If you're stuck there all day, you'll be flipping through some books. Trust me.
I should use...
Gaze not upon the broom! And yes, that broom!
And so I set to work. The witching hour approached, and I swept right through it. And I kept sweeping until at last the foul place was cleansed. But as I stood back to admire my handiwork...
Read me.
Ah! Who?
Read me.
You had a book?
About bombs?
Read me.
But the magician said not to.
Oh, the magician said not to. Oh, wow, I'm sorry. That changes everything. I didn't realize some old idiot in a dress told you not to read something. Gosh, you better not then. Yeah, why don't I just read myself?
Oh, the book's got a little mouth on him, don't he? Okay. Now, before we get into the whole book thing, I know Demoman comes from a family of demo persons, if you will. His mom and his father, and to my knowledge, his grandfather, were all demo men that played with explosives all the time. So at this point, he should already be maybe a little bit demo man already, but maybe this bombinomicon is where he really gets a love for it.
Oh my. Well, that explodes like that, does it? Ho ho! My contents are fascinating and not dangerous at all. Why, this information changes
Well,
everything. I
maybe
thought I
a
knew
little
about
peek.
bombs and... Huzzah! I opened your eye! I totally did it! I'm holding your eye right now! This is the greatest moment of my life! I did it! I'm holding your eye!
What have ye done? Now he'll never shut up about it. I have to live with this book, you know. We have only one chance. Brace yourself, boy. Basball Badaba.
When I awoke, the magician was gone. The book was gone. The castle was gone. And my eye was...
So this is where Demoman loses his eye. Okay. All right. I was kind of curious about that. I had always assumed it was some kind of explosives accident, but turns out it got possessed by an evil book and was removed.
was gone. But they say, on Halloween, at midnight, you can still see my possessed eyes stalking the moors with that wicked magician, Merasmus.
Merasmus? The only thing that goldbricker's doing at midnight is not the dishes. Liar! Those dishes be yours! Don't make me come over there, Merasmus.
Is he roommates? Is he roommates with the sorcerer?
Good lord! After all these years, he's here? He's my roommate.
Oh my god. Soldier. So what? I don't even know what to say about this right now. Like, Soldier lives with Merasmus, the magician?
Celery sticks and hummus? What fool cursed this party with a vegetarian platter? Nobody invited you, Merasmus. Do not anger Merasmus. A magician invites himself. I'm going to invite that staff up your ass and push you around like a broom.
Oh,
well, it
okay.
won't be the first time you ever swept anything, you son of a... Ha! No! Fool! I pronounce this vile party over. I shall return to our apartment. You, on the other hand, shall fight Monoculus!
Oh, snap.
I am going to slap the magic out of your mouth. I'm calling the police. To be continued. In the Scream Fortress. Very scary Halloween special.
Okay, so that is how Demoman lost his eye, apparently.
Julius, come
A Smissmas story. Don't know what Smissmas is. I'm assuming it's something to do with Christmas, but don't know.
quickly. A most blessed event has...
Bombs for the Poor, not-for-profit charity. Oh, Bombs for the Poor. Oh, okay. Where's this going?
transpired. Good heavens, Archibald! Do my eyes deceive me? They do not, my friend. Some good, nay, Messiah-like Samaritan has left a ticking bomb on our rail stoop. Truly, it is a Smissmas miracle for the poor bombless unfortunates of Twofort. Let us embrace in celebration. They never even left their names. It makes their heroism that much more legally defensible. Oh, let me stop you right there. In your rambling, incoherent, highly dubious, self-aggrandizing story.
Okay, I was gonna say, where is this going? Bombs for the Poor? What is going on?
To remind you that you are under oath, sir. Are you certain this is the truthful version of the events that brought you and your masked accomplice here today?
You damn right it is.
No, really, genuinely take a moment to think about this.
Maybe I better check with my...
Yeah, Scout in a suit with no hat on. Okay. Alright.
my legal counsel.
I remember you guys saying that Soldier is in fact an attorney. But man, Soldier is all over the place, man. He's roommates with the magician. He's a lawyer. I don't know, man. Soldier's all over the place.
Yes, Your Honor, I swear that is exactly what happened.
Fine. Then it will surprise you to learn that the bomb did not detonate inside a bomb-distributing charity, which I've reminded you several times has not and will never exist.
Will never
but
exist.
in fact blew up a mall Santa training facility. And since you
Mall
have failed
Santa
to identify
training
any of
facility.
your co-conspirators, you will be sentenced to...
Nobody told me I could name names. You see my court-appointed lawyer over there? He masterminded the whole thing.
Judas! Order! Order! I am going to kill you before they give me the chance! You worst lawyer! Enough!
Well, he may technically be a lawyer, but he's terrible at it. I mean, come on.
Nobody's getting the chair. I hereby sentence all three of you imbeciles to community service.
Elf, excuse me. How long is the wait to meet Santa?
For a pretty single mom like you, how does right now sound?
Oh, I have a husband. He's parking the car.
Back of the line.
And I want an
course.
action Saxton and
He's got a separate sign, a separate line for single moms. Get out of here.
an action Saxton Hippie-drome battle arena and a
Hippie-drome battle arena for Action Saxton. Saxton Hale, my guy. Look at Soldier with Christmas ornament grenade bandolier on his chest.
A Poopy Joe rescue rocket, and I wanna...
Son, those are all just things you want. This Santa gives you things you need.
Oh,
One,
boy.
a sensible haircut.
Henry, that's Santa's shaving little Jack's head.
Now hold on just a damn second, pal. 2, I will give you the gift of manhood. You are going to watch while Santa beats up your father in front of you.
Yay!
You need to get us out of here, Miss Polly.
What?
First things first. How did Soldier become a public defender?
That's what I was gonna say.
It's a long story, but chapter 1. His roommate is a magician. Should I continue?
No. If that's chapter 1 of this story, it's already too complicated. Just keep moving.
You know what? Never mind.
Thank you.
The important thing is we're working on it. Just don't make it worse.
Not a problem.
Come here, you.
Everything seems normal so far.
People of Two Fort. I am Old Nick, the spirit of Australian Christmas.
Oh my goodness. Back at it with Australian Christmas. Okay. All right, Old Nick. What do you got for me, my guy? It's gonna be ridiculous, isn't it?
And I have come for your children.
Out of curiosity, how much more trouble would we be in if all the children get abducted?
Spy, take care of this now.
Spy?
Mister?
Spy?
Here, hold this.
What?
I'm scared.
Is that a child? Spy, this isn't funny.
Perfectly natural to be scared. We are all in a lot of danger. Take this. I have a plan.
Little boy?
But you must do as I say. Stay in plain sight.
Run.
Do not move until I tell you.
Run.
Do not listen to the voice on the phone, no matter how scared you feel.
Wrapping paper.
Uh-oh, what's
You
he gonna
plan
do?
to stop me with wrapping paper.
Yup. Why don't you
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I have more faith in a plan that's being set up by Spy than I would, say, Scout or Soldier. So this could go either way, but who knows?
bring that little mink stole over here and show me how stupid my wrapping paper is?
It isn't a stole, elf. It is a cake, and it's made of... You miserable! The power of Smissmas compels you! Compound elevators,
It's a Saxton Hale doll. Get out of here.
skull fracture!
Mister?
Well now, look who wasn't smart enough to run. My workshop usually requires 50 children to function. This one will simply have to work very hard.
Take my advice, pal. That is not the kid you want to abduct.
Really? And what's so special about this child?
Spy, I have seen you stab.
Oh, okay. I guess that was Spy's plan, to have a kid shank the wannabe Santa. What?
Stab like a million guys. And that was my favorite.
Also, for a second there, I thought my phone was ringing because in the background he started playing Victory Fanfare song from the Final Fantasy series, and that's what I have as my ringtone. So for a second there, I thought I was getting a phone call, but
Spy? Here they are, the heroes who saved the children of Two Fort.
Two Fort News. How does it feel to be heroes?
If I'm honest, feels like a Saturday.
I am happy to announce the existence of a conflict I was previously unaware of. The war on Smissmas. And lady, we are winning!
I stabbed a man in the neck.
I'm sorry, Jesus.
I did just what you said. I was so scared.
And are you still scared?
No.
Good. Merry Smissmas.
Local heroes kill Santa. Awarded full pardon for destruction of thought to be mythical holiday mascot. So you've got what? Soldier, the kid, I'm assuming the kid's dad there, the kid's mom getting hit on by Scout, and Spy holding the kid. On one hand, between Soldier and Spy, they taught the kid to kind of be a man and handle his own business and not be afraid. On the other hand, they turn him into a murderer. That kid killed someone with an icicle, but whatever.
Saxton Hale presents Alamo Suspense Stories, the only comic that guarantees a murder at the Alamo in every
issue.
In this Alamo-packed ish.
Again, very, very reminiscent of the old school horror stories, mysteries, suspense stories of the old comic books.
Murder at
Kinda
the
cool.
Alamo? You won't believe the terrifying answer. Yippee-di-yay, abominable aluminians! After my terrifying trip to the South Pole in our last anxiety-inducing ish, I felt a vacation to a warmer climate was just what the doctor horror-dered. Luckily, two old fools
know
rented me
about that
for a
one.
meeting in New Mexico. Read on, Fort Fiends, because they're about to get a bit more than they bargained for in this rental agreement, or should I say, rental bereavement, in a story I call Blood Brothers.
Blood Brothers, alright.
Redmond, we have engaged in a fruitless war for 100 years.
Oh, is this the brothers?
We have no heirs, and
This is the brothers. This is Redmond and Blutarch talking. Okay.
now we are out of time. Thanks to our pointless bickering, the Mann family line will die with us. It kills me to even say it, but I think you know what I intend to propose. I despise it with every atom of my being, but yes, it's the only solution that makes sense. We must... Brother, please, dismiss the help first. Leave us. Now. Redmond, I propose a truce, so that we can build a machine to make one of us pregnant. Of course.
Oh, he's just like, yeah, of course. That's the logical solution to all of this. Are you kidding me?
My one concern, brother, is it possible this plan is too perfect? Difficult to say. Honestly, I can find no flaw in it. Nor I. So it's a deal? Yes. I must say, Redmond, it was big of you to suggest this meeting. That tear-stained letter you sent me... What? You sent me a tear-stained letter. Gentlemen, my name is Grey Man. I am your brother, and I sent the letters proposing this.
Okay. All right. So this is Gray Man, which you guys have told me about in the comments. So this is the third brother of Redmond and Blutarch. So this is the first time I'm actually seeing Gray Man here. So this is his introduction.
Truce. Which I might add, it took you literally 30 seconds to turn into an idiotic crime against nature. Congratulations. Redmond, who is this? I just told you who I am. I don't know, brother, but he could be the key to helping us build our pregnancy machine. You there, young man, are you mechanically in...
Oh, wow. So they don't know who he is. They completely almost ignore him. But it looks like Gray here has cybernetic augmentations running down his spine. Okay, interesting. So that might explain why he's in better condition than his brothers?
Inclined? Yes, you could say that. Well, thank heavens for small mercies. At least she finally stopped screaming. As I was saying, Barnabas, if the sites of infestation are indeed multiplying, so is their need for munitions. Munitions we
Mr. Mann? Sir?
Well?
Your wife, sir, she... didn't make it.
Betty? Yes, well. And the child?
Children, sir. 3 boys.
Good. At least she did something right. Take me to them.
Oof. Oof. This guy's a savage, man. Just doesn't care about his wife at all. Oof.
Strapping, alert, handsome. They'll do. Wait, where's the third child?
Sir, he came out so small, and there's something you should know about
Show him to me.
Hello, Father. He can talk, sir.
Ah! Smother it!
When suddenly, eagle attack! Curse you, demon bird! I'll smother you both!
What is happening?
You could...
What? Oh my goodness. All right, and he was stolen away by an eagle.
talk as a newborn?
I learned in the womb, listening to our mother. I also invented a new form of algebra to pass the time. We were a late birth, you'll recall. Yet I was born weak, and that was something our father could never accept. Luckily, Providence intervened in the form of the great eagle scourge.
What? The Great Eagle Scourge of 1822? What am I reading here? These people are being attacked by bald eagles left and right. This world is insane.
Scourge of 1822. I was raised by that eagle as if I was one of her own. Frail, helpless. I was fed grubs and mice, accepted alongside her other children, kept warm at night, nestled in her feathery breast. And when I was strong enough, brothers, I ate her and all her children and crawled back to civilization. Unlike you two pampered imbeciles, I built my empire. I have studied, I have plotted, I have waited. And for 150 years I have watched you squander my father's fortune. For God's sake, you bought the Alamo and flew it to New Mexico for a meeting.
Well, technically we rented it.
And in all the time you've spent fighting this asinine war over worthless pits of gravel, you have not once considered our true birthright. The only thing in this hell-blasted landscape actually worth fighting for.
Come on!
Oh man, okay. Exposition dump, man. So, Redman and Blutarch are idiots, apparently. Aside from the fact that they just spent their whole life fighting each other and wasting money. Rather than work together or stop fighting or anything like that, they were just like, no, we need to get pregnant so we can keep our feud going. It's just asinine. And then the third brother is introduced, who's more intelligent and seemingly more effective at what he does to, I guess, take back his fortune. Oh, man. Wild. All right, so it looks like we got Saxton Hale here doing one-armed push-ups on the top of Manco. And it says, Manco, we make hats, guns, bats, bombs, bazookas, camera beards. Oh, I'm sorry. Comics, magazines, portable Baccarat detectors, banners, swords, shields, and get in fights. Non-employees welcome for Gorilla Wrestling Fridays. Oh my goodness. What?
Another arm, pull your weight. Right arm's embarrassing you. Worthless bits of gravel? Huh, you poor fool. Whoever owns those pits would be a god. What do you think powers the world's steam engines?
Coal?
No, gravel.
No, it really is coal. Or it was. Engines run on gasoline now.
Graveline, eh? Well, semantics, it's all gravel in the end, of course.
Gasoline. And no, it's not. Again, it's truly, truly not.
And where will the world be when all this fanciful liquid gravel of yours runs out? No, I have it. We simply need to create a machine that turns gravel into coal. And that coal will power our pregnancy machine. So we...
These guys are insane. I mean, first, how do they not... What is with gravel? I've seen just gravel referenced so many times, and I don't know why. Is it just because they own big gravel pits? Is that it?
We can. Don't worry, he's just dead for a moment. He'll be back in a...
No, I think I've heard enough.
No, please! We have so much gravel left to fight over!
Oh, did he just shank him? He just killed him?
Don't forget to remember these...
I guess that's how the brothers die. Okay.
These other great Alamo action mags. Alamo Hospital Romance.
I don't care if you have amnesia, Mary. I'm still in love with you.
I don't remember him.
Alamo versus Hercules. Hercules and the Alamo will fight. Racism in this socially conscious alternate universe team-up. True tales of Saxton Hale. I'm so confident in my hand, Hale, I'll raise you the fiction rights to America's greatest monument. Whatever you say, Mr. President.
A fate worse than chess. Alright, let's see what this one's about.
Just beyond these flat grey walls, Doctor, we fight our final battle against the alien hordes. And what a battle. But tell me, how do these aliens breathe our Earth oxygen? That's an interesting story. Well, not interesting exactly, but it is long and complicated. You see, oxygen has the second highest electronegativity of all the reactive elements. Well, besides fluorine, of course, which is... Exposition! The art of stopping a story so nerds can find out how things work. It's awful. So I came up with a brand new way to tell stories. Exposition! Let's see that same scene again.
Damn your heaving bosom, Sinestra! You'll tell me how aliens breathe oxygen, or I'll gut you like one of your pet pterodactyls. It's a fascinating tale, Grey Line. What a pity you won't be alive to hear it, but it involves fluorine!
There! I fixed reading. But don't take my word for it. See for yourself in the explository tale I call A Fate Worse.
Saxton Hale, man. I just... He's the best thing about this whole series.
The chess.
We're so sorry you had to wait this long to see him, but this Yeti is the last of its species. We have to be very selective who we let visit. That said, we're told you're a primate violence specialist, Dr. Jonabase.
Yes, I am the best at primate violence. I'll be square with you, though. This monkey of yours is a cream puff.
Ready? What is it?
Yes, and thank God. When we found him, he was unspeakably savage.
You don't say.
It's taken months of behavioral counseling and intense aromatherapy just to get the poor thing this far. Even the slightest aggressive gesture could erase all the pacification work we've done.
Something as trivial as hitting him?
Well...
In the face, say? Just spitballing here.
I don't even like to think about it. Nothing on Earth would be able to stop
Oh boy. Oh boy, I see where this is going. Saxton Hale's about to fight a Yeti.
Doctor? Dr. Jonabase?
Slow down, Betty. Which facility? What do you mean, all of them? Sir, Manco is under attack.
I know.
What do you mean, you know?
Found out yesterday. Damn it, Bidwell, you know my stance on having sensible conversations with hippies. I'm stridently against it.
You insisted I wear a costume for this operation, sir.
Well, now I'm insisting you look too convincing. All I'm hearing out of your mouth is, I don't have a job, please put your fist through my sternum.
Sir, when were you planning on telling me that Redmond and Blutarch Man are dead, and their long-lost brother is launching his robot army at every Manco facility on Earth?
Tonight! Over Yeti!
Okay, so I understand a lot of these are based on updates that came out for the game, so this must be the where the Man vs. Machine update came out. Okay.
Stakes.
Mr. Hale, we need to leave now.
Bidwell, I have waited 10 blasted months for this. I've forged credentials. I've bribed officials. I think I had Bob Hope killed. And in retrospect, I don't even remember why that was necessary. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We are probably going to jail again. All that wasn't enough. I've had to pretend to be a hippie for 10 minutes now. Listen to my words, Bidwell. These are truth words. I am going to fight that f***ing monkey.
Look, I have a video camera. Maybe you could deal with this crisis while you fight the Yeti?
Mercenaries! Join me for fortune and glory in disguise!
Hale! Citizens arrest! Citizens arrest!
Not recording yet, sir.
How about now?
Rolling, sir.
Good. Listen up, mercs! There are robots coming! Explosive robots! I won't smooth
backsides on the Zeta. These things are bigger than you. They're stronger than you. In fact, now I'm saying it out loud, they're better than you at just about everything. Bidwell, idea. What if we just hired the robots to...
No, sir.
Damn. Bidwell, stop tape. These mercs are going to die.
Not necessarily, sir. We do have an R&D division. What if we give them all of our experimental new tech?
Give? Bidwell, can you see my teats in this shot?
No, sir. I've chosen a tight close-up of the Yeti's fangs.
Oh, good. Where was I? Right. Teats. They're dry, Bidwell. Dry from all the suckling. You and these mercs have suckled them dry. No, they'll pay for our products like everybody else.
Sir, they are defending your company from extinction.
Bull sauce. They're as neck-deep in this as I am. In fact, why am I even talking to you? Mercs! Your job's died with the Mann brothers. You hear me? As of now, you are all unemployed. Also, straight plain talk here, nobody's ever gonna hire a non-metal man again with these robots around. I've seen them. They are spectacular. Now for the good news. You're all rehired. Yes. Grab a pen. Here's your new job description. Kill robots. Now get out there and kick some...
Okay, so I guess at this point, I guess up until the Man vs. Machine incident, all of the mercenaries worked for either Redman or Plutarch, and now that they're both dead, they all work for Saxton Hale. Okay.
Okay, I'd help, but as you can see, I will be fighting a Yeti for 9 more hours. Make me proud, boys.
So, you're Miss Paulie. Keeping in mind I will not be taking any questions from Scout. Aw, are there any questions? I got one. We getting paid for this?
Saxton Hale again. This is pre-tape, so I don't know what anybody's talking about right now, but I am not paying you for this. Whoa!
For reasons I can't comprehend or explain, the robots run on piles of money. Destroy them, and whatever falls out is yours. Any more questions? No? Good. Get to Manco immediately. And remember,
they run on piles of money.
You've been given. It's much, much more serious. This isn't just a fight for Manco or Saxton Hale. It's a fight for your jobs. Get to work.
Alright guys, that was another set of Team Fortress 2 comics. Learned a little bit more about Mann brothers, Plutarch, Redman, and Gray Man. Got a little bit more of a picture about them, learned a little bit more where everything fits into the timeline of Team Fortress 2. And yeah, so far I'm digging it. I'm liking it. Saxton Hale is definitely my favorite character out of all the characters in the comics, just because he's absolutely ridiculous in every conceivable way, and he just leans into it, you know? So he's just ridiculous, and I love it. Anyways, guys, I love these things. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. As always, leave a comment down below. Let me know what other videos we should be checking out for the channel, and we will get to them eventually. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks for watching the video. As always, take care of yourselves and have a great day.